Hey, yo, what's going on with it once again? Bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters, the one, the only, of course, Mr. Nintendo's only free 2011, aka Chris's Guide 2009, of course. You guys know the rest of the outro. Before I begin, definitely check out freedomnetwork.com and Trouble Network Studios on net for any people who want a professional channel banner design for you with art. And of course, gaining more subscribers, all that good stuff, and possibly gain popularity, quote unquote, popularity on YouTube, you know? So, definitely check it out. And yes, before I begin, you know, I wanted to try a different style, new look. I haven't gone to the gym in like 2 months. I'm a little lazy, and as you can tell by this freaking little shirt. And yeah, I know it's a little bit bigger than normal, but you know, it's the only nicest shirt I can find. So, you know, I'm actually trying to pull a little bit of Blaze, the movie fan. I know he usually wears shirts and stuff like this most of the time. I rarely ever use them unless I'm going to work, going out on a special occasion, or going out to see like some kind of show. And I actually just came back from a show too. And it's funny enough because it was actually a little Disney on Ice thing. I had to go with my two nieces and stuff like that because I was going to go see it with them. And got something to do with Frozen. No, it wasn't Frozen. It was something with that. Mixed with Snow White and to the occasion. I don't know. So I had to put on my best clothes. So, you know, hey, there we go. So without further ado, hopefully you like this theory, and let's get it started. And let me get my drink too. There we go. If I could get in these tight-ass clothes. Okay. Anyways, let's begin. So Super Mario Sunshine. This is a theory. Well, not even a theory. Yes, this is a game theory real quick. I don't know if I got it from Matt Petterna. I doubt it. It was another dude named G-Noggin. He's got about 16K subscribers. Some of you people may or may not know him. He actually did a couple collaboration videos with Proto Mario. A lot of you people know who he is. And before I even stress out this fact, I might make this a two-parter. A lot of you people know that already, okay? So, let's really get to the meat and potatoes, bread and butter, and all the banquet buffet of this theory. So, I'm only going to point out two main things that I learned the most about this theory that really intrigued me. The rest kind of sounded like it sounded very generic or repetitive to a lot of other video game theories or cartoon theories or whatever other theories you want to believe in. I mean, there's other theories beyond this that I used to do. I don't do them anymore because I did my last two this year. I ain't doing any more ever again. Maybe I shouldn't say ever again. Maybe in about 6-7 more years I'll start doing them again. If I'm still on YouTube, alternative media and all that, you know, Illuminati, New Order, Freemasonry crap. That's stuff I normally do in my Criticism Guide 2009 channel. I may get back to that one day. Until then, it's off both my channels. So, anyways, let's get into it. Yeah. Oh yeah, one last thing. Like I said before, these clothes are very, very tight. Plus, I haven't worked out in about 2 months. I've been very lazy on that. I think I start going back to the gym again. So yeah, Super Mario Sunshine. This is Sunshine. There we go. I don't want to sound like a Canadian guy, like slish and stuff like that. You know, it's weird if I sound like that. I'm not making fun of people that do have a lisp or speech impediment. I used to be around people like that a lot back in the day. Anyways, this is actually one of the very few GameCube games I never really had a chance to play as an early 2000s kid at the time, you know, / teenager, because I was about 14 or 15 when this came out, 2003 or 04, on GameCube. And unfortunately, I never did get to play it. I played a little bit of it when I rented it, so I don't remember the beginning part of the story, and that's pretty much it. I only was able to rent it for 2 days because it was still brand new instead of the typical 5 days. This, of course, is when Blockbuster and Hollywood Video were big at that time before they got shut down, since, you know, pretty much Redbox, Netflix, and GameFly, and every other internet industry pretty much took over those industries, brand them into the ground out of business. That's for a whole other story. As I was saying before, this is one of the few GameCube games I never really got to play. I know a lot about it, I just never got to play it. There's still a few parts I wasn't familiar with, so this was kind of a little bit of a refresher for me when I saw this video. It's about 3-4 days old, so you can check down in the link description below where I got the theory out from G-Noggin on his channel, his video. Anyways, speaking of which, I know he did do like 2 other theories, and he's very well famous for that. His Super Smash Bros. Theory has autism, makes people autistic or whatever. But like, I may or may not do that theory. I know it's kind of controversial, and once again, I don't want to end up being a troll on that crap. So let's really, really, really get into this theory now. So it all starts off like, and I'm not going to get too much away. In the beginning part, it's about like Mario, he ends up going to the Pasino Island, however you want to pronounce it. Pasino Island, he ends up going there because Princess Peach is actually the one that paid everyone to like pretend and act like Mario was going to kidnap Princess Peach, and Bowser had to get convinced by the rest of the Super Mario game to like kidnap Peach so Mario could have the spotlight again, so he could be hogged into the spotlight. Pretty much, because Mario's kind of a little greedy bastard when it comes to that. Kind of like Wario, but different, Anyways, the main two things I really want to focus on is Professor Egad. He's actually the one that made the Flood machine, Flood, or I think it was Flud, Flood, if memory recalls. Anyways, there's that little theory, and then the other little theory about how Luigi was the real hero the whole time, and how like he was trying to steal Mario's spotlight, but Mario wasn't going to have any of that BS, because as we've seen in previous games, especially I think it was in Mario Kart 5 or 6, or I think it was like one of those extreme sports games with Mario, like Mario Soccer, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf. I'm thinking one of those three, or something completely different. Mario gets really pissed the F off, and he ends up scraping, like, Luigi sees he just steps on him, like, I'm happy for you, but I'm going to step on your sneakers anyway, because I'm an a-hole like that. I'm going to rip your crap up, And Luigi's all like, well, what's going on? He's like, he's got this real sad face, like, I'm not understanding what's going on, big brother. I just wanted to be like a hero for once. I can't give me a chance. He had that sort of expression on his face. I remember playing that one back in the day. That one was funny as hell, I wasn't crazy about the golf one, but I did play the tennis one, and what's the other one? Man, tennis and the soccer one I played a little bit, but never played the golf one, though. Anyways, let's keep it moving with the other part of the theory. Then Baby Bowser or whatever, like, he's actually the one that was Shadow Mario the whole time, and like, what's it called? After Baby Bowser ends up like confessing that Professor Egad was like the one, the man with the lab coat and the white, lab coat and the white hair was the one that actually gave him that paintbrush to pretty much draw as many enemies as he wants, and like pretty much destroy the whole island as much as he wanted to, beyond his heart's desire, to his heart's content, in a way. That's what made him like Professor Egad actually the bad guy, the evil villain, and not the good guy, as you can see there on the screen below, not the screen in front of you. Or you probably might have seen this in the thumbnail. I might post it in the thumbnail or not. We'll see, because I always put 4 little parts. That's how I do it. No, I really don't use nothing special either. It's like not Adobe Premiere, but it's like Adobe 8 or whatever. Anyways, and then the last thing that baffles the hell out of my mind. That thing, I don't know what it is. I wonder if there's like video game theories about Professor Egad being Kamek. If any people don't remember Kamek, I remember when I had Kamek, like back in my old SNES days as a 90s kid, when I used to play Yoshi's Island a lot, or Kamek, or Kami, as some people will call him or her. I always thought Kami was a girl, because it was a witch, Because, like, she would always make that noise, no, like that. The witch. If any people are 90s kids, you know who I was talking about. Kami or Kamek. Not Kami from Dragon Ball Z. Not the old one from Planet Out. No. It was a wizard. And she would always, like, put magic and dust all these little enemies, make them the big, ginormous bosses when you get to the halfway point of the world, or slash stage, or at the end of the stage slash world, So there's that little scenario. I always wondered maybe if that's what Professor Egad was really Kamek or Kami in disguise, That's what really, really intrigued me. That's probably got to be some video game theory out there proving that stuff, even though it's probably going to be all officially unconfirmed, because, once again, this is mostly a lot for the fandom and the Super Mario fanboys or Nintendo fanboys, which, trust me and believe, I was a huge-ass Mario fanboy, but I was even a bigger fanboy of Luigi than I was with Mario. I don't know what it was. I think it might have been a very few people that actually gave a crap about Luigi a lot more in his superpowers compared to Mario. I don't know what it was. Mario, he was cool. He just wasn't the greatest for me. He was a good character. He wasn't a great character, though, Even though he's extremely memorable for some people, but for others, like, he's too overrated, or he's the main character in so many video games. Like, he needs that spotlight and everything, Hell, even on that Wreck-It Ralph movie that came out in 2012, which I did do a movie review a long, long time ago on this channel. And I was walking outside when I did it. They even mentioned something about Mario. Oh, he's spatially delayed as always. They even showed Bowser for a little bit too, next to Dr. Robotnik, aka Eggman, aka Sonic the Hedgehog's character. I'm sorry if you hear the helicopter swirling around. Trust me, I don't even live in the ghetto. I live in the almost a suburb part area, and they still do that crap. So my apologies if any people can hear that thing swirling around or any motorcycles in the back. I can't do anything about that. That's beyond my power. Anyways, alright, yeah, last but not least, I always was intrigued by that paintbrush. How in the world did he give all those superpowers to baby Bowser Jr., you know? And I remember in G Naga's video, he said something about how was Peach's asexually son, or Bowser's asexually son, like, able to produce kids? That's weird. I didn't even understand that part. I think he said he had to convince, like, baby Bowser to kidnap Princess Peach, his asexually productive son. I'm thinking to myself, what the hell? I have never even thought about it like that before. Really, I haven't. So, yeah, that's pretty much this whole theory / discussion. I'm probably going to put this theory discussion review. So, like I would just say, people, I'll put the link in the description to the, the conspiracy theory video I got this from, just G-Noggin again. Like I would just say, people, peace out once again. Bros and bronies and pegasisters, I will see you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're out on the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't like the ruckus. Keep it calm, keep it cool, keep it chill, keep it collective, all the good stuff. Until then, next time, guys, peace out. I will see you guys soon. Stay tuned. More videos coming soon. Merry Christmas, because I'm probably going to be putting this up on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Thank you very much if you did watch the whole video. I'm gone. I'm out like sauerkraut. Late saying goodbye. Deuces, I'm out. And Happy New Year if I don't get a chance to tell you guys the other time, alright? Take it easy. I'm out. And, oh yeah, one last thing. I still got to do the Pokemon of the Year video. And I already know the 3 Pokemon I'm choosing. Be on the lookout for that Friday. Friday for sure, I will have that up. Take it easy, I'm out, peace. I still got to do 2 more videos on my Criticism Guy channel. And I'll talk to you guys later. I'm out of here, and goodbye.